Hello my dears and lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so excited about this one. It's going to be so much fun. As you have probably guessed from the title, we are going to be reading some witchy books today, or this week I guess. But yeah, it's currently like 30 degrees outside and very, very windy. So I think the weather is absolutely perfect for another cozy reading vlog. And witchy books at that are going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. I got my witchy mug. I got my peach tea inside the mug. And we're just going to have a good old cozy time, guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Okay. Delicious. I'm going to set this down so I can show you what we are going to be reading today. This week. Why do I keep saying today? This week we are going to be reading 3 books that are in the category of books about witches. So first off, a book that I've already started because I was too excited and couldn't wait is Practical Magic. I have the 25th anniversary edition, which I think is so cool. It's got like a little intro from the author inside of it. I watched the movie and I love the movie. It's so cozy, it's so cute, it's perfect for fall, which I realize I call it a winter vlog, but it's still cozy. I think it's perfect for cozy weather in general. So we're gonna go with it. But if you don't know what it's about, I can read you the synopsis and let you know. So it says, for more than 200 years, the Owens women have been blamed for everything that has gone wrong in their Massachusetts town. Gillian and Sally have endured that fate as well. As children, the sisters were forever outsiders, taunted, talked about, pointed at. Their elderly aunts almost seemed to encourage the whispers of witchery, with their musty house and their exotic concoctions and their crowd of black cats. But all Gillian and Sally wanted was to escape. One will do so by marrying, the other by running away, but the bonds they share will bring them back, almost as if by magic. So, I'm super pumped about this one. I've already started. I'm about 24 pages in, and the writing is just so cozy. I can't even. It's just, I don't even, let me see. Here's one. It says, during the winter, when Sally was 12 and Gillian almost 11, they learned that sometimes the most dangerous thing of all in matters of love is to be granted your heart's desire. It's like just enough spooky and witchy, but also like the sentences flow so beautifully together. I'm eating it up. I'm loving it so far. So that is Practical Magic. Next we are going to be reading a lullaby for witches, which I'm just now realizing I still have the sticker on this and I don't want that on there. Hello, please. There we go. That looks better. We're going to be reading A Lullaby for Witches, and this is by Hester Fox. I have never heard of this before, but I got it because it was obviously on sale from the sticker at Barnes & Noble. But I will read you the synopsis for this one because I know nothing about this book except that it's about witches. So it says, once there was a young woman from a well-to-do New England family who never quite fit with the drawing rooms and parlors of her kin. Called instead to the tangled woods and wild cliffs surrounding her family's estate, Margaret Harlow grew both stranger and more beautiful as she cultivated her uncanny power. Excuse me. Soon whispers of witch dogged her footsteps, and Margaret's power began to wind itself with the tendrils of something darker. 150 years later, Augusta Potos takes a dream job at Harlow House, the historic home of a wealthy New England family that has been turned into a small museum in Tynemouth, Massachusetts. When Augusta stumbles across an oblique reference to a daughter of the Harlows who has nearly been expunged from the historical record, the mystery is too intriguing to ignore. But as she digs deeper, something sinister unfurls from its sleep. A dark power that binds one woman to the other across lines of blood and time. If Augusta can't resist its allure, everything she knows and loves, including her very life, will be lost forever. So I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty cool to me, and I'm excited to read this one. So that one's a little bit more spooky, it sounds like. And then the last one we have is a little bit more cutesy. It's The Honey Witch, which I know you've probably seen all around BookTube lately. It's very popular right now. This one and The Spell Shop, I think, are two very popular cozy romance books right now. But if you don't know, I will read you what this one is about. It says, Marigold Claude has always preferred the company of meadow spirits to the suitors who tried to woo her. So when her grandmother whisks her away to the tiny isle of Innisfree with an offer to train her as the next honey witch, she accepts immediately. But her newfound magic and independence comes with a price. No one can fall in love with the honey witch. Then Lottie Burke, a notoriously grumpy skeptic, shows up on her doorstep, and Marigold can't resist the challenge to prove to her that magic is real, even at the risk of losing her home and her heart. Aww. I'm so excited to read this one. This one looks so cute! Aww. It says, a sweet feast brimming with whimsy, magic, and tender longing. This sounds so sweet. I'm glad I'm ending on this one, because I think that'll be a perfect way to end it. Yeah. So those are the books we're going to be reading this week. I hope you'll enjoy. I hope I enjoy. But come along with me. We'll read, we'll do some reviews, we'll do some fun cozy activities maybe. But it'll just be a good cozy week. And we'll welcome winter with the Cozy Witchy books. So let's go. Alrighty, so updates. I'm sorry I look like a mess. I'm currently in my PJs and I just got out of the shower, so that's why my hair is all crazy right now. But I've been listening while I was reading it, and then I was listening to the audiobook for Practical Magic. And guys, I'm sorry to disappoint, but this one's gonna have to be a DNF. I cannot believe what I've been reading. I don't know how the movie is so vastly different from the book, but it is. And the movie's better, guys. The movie is so much better. I don't even know how to portray to you and convey to you what I've been reading. But I don't understand how this is such a beloved book. I read a sentence that, I kid you not, says math plus desire equals who you really are. Can someone please explain to me, what does that even mean? What is the author trying to convey there? What is happening? I don't like, there's parts of the book that are super whimsical and cute, and then there's stuff like that, and I'm just like, WTF? What am I reading? Like, I don't know what she's trying to do here, but whatever she's trying to do, she's not succeeding, and I'm not enjoying it. I decided to DNF it because I just finished a scene where two drunk grown men chase a 13-year-old girl through a field in an attempt to her. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the R word. I might have to bleep that out. But What? This is supposed to be a cute little book about witches and magic and whimsy stuff and what? I'm done. I'm genuinely flabbergasted at what I've just read. I'm like a little bit over halfway and I'm done. I can't. I'm sorry to disappoint, guys, but we are moving on to another book and this is going to a new home because I don't even know. But that's Practical Magic and we're done with it. So moving on to a lullaby for witches. I just finished reading A Lullaby for Witches by Hester Fox, which was an incredibly enjoyable read. I ate up every page of this. It was very, very, very good. So this story follows two women, one in the past, one in the present. The one woman in the past is named Margaret, and she's a witch. And with her point of view, you're kind of piecing together bits and pieces of her story, almost like you're reading her diary, but not quite in that writing format, but it feels like you're getting things from her point of view. While the woman in modern day, her name is Augusta, and she is working at a museum, which just so happens to be Margaret's family's old house that she is currently haunting. So it's like a murder mystery type of feel, a very spooky and eerie murder mystery with witches, and it's so fun. I really, really enjoyed it. But Augusta is kind of trying to solve the mystery of what happened to Margaret because nobody knows what happened to her. There's barely any records of her living at all. So Augusta is kind of trying to solve this murder mystery of what happened to Margaret. Why is she haunting this place? What are her motives? What really happened to her? Well, you jump back and forth to Margaret's, and she's giving you bits and pieces of her story, and you as the reader are kind of going back and forth trying to piece this whole thing together until it finally comes to a head. And it was so enjoyable. It was such a fun read, really, because it's like a murder mystery. You're trying to solve it at the same time Augusta's trying to solve it, and you're going back and forth between the 2 points of view and piecing it all together, and it's really, really fun to read. It makes it very fast paced because you're just like, what's gonna happen, and it's really fun. Very spooky, very eerie, and the prose is so lyrical. I really enjoyed it. I'm holding the book like this because I wanted to read you guys a piece of it. But you get bits and pieces of Margaret's thoughts as she's haunting the house. So this one says, fragments of myself fly back from the ether, a skeleton regenerating flesh. A spring bull dying in winter, only to grow back again the next year. I existed, I still exist, and I shall exist again. Like, I don't know about you, but that is just like so lyrical, and it flows together so beautifully that it feels like she's haunting you, if that makes sense. Like, it's just so eerie and beautiful at the same time. I ate it up. It was Hester Fox's writing is something to admire, because this prose is just so stunning. And I also love something fun that she did with each time you're reading things from Margaret's point of view, she would put lyrics from traditional folk songs in there. So this one says, "Young men are plenty, but sweethearts few. If my love leaves me, what shall I do?" And it's from a song called The Queen of Hearts. And each little piece of a song is like foreshadowing what's going to happen in that chapter. So I almost want to immediately go back and reread this so I can figure out what the songs are hinting at. Like each song is hinting at something in that chapter, and it's so cool the way that she did that. So I love this book. It didn't quite have the feel of like a perfect 5-star, but like everything was enjoyable. I have 0 complaints, so I'm gonna give it like a 4.75 because it is right on the cusp of being like a perfect book, maybe one of my favorite books of this year. Thoroughly enjoy this. Very, very happy I finally picked it up after like a year of being on my TBR, but we're not gonna talk about that. So yeah, so I very much enjoyed this one, infinitely better than Practical Magic was. And we're gonna see if we can go 2 for 2, and we're gonna try the Honey Witch. So let's go. Hey, welcome back. I regret to inform you that although I have finished the Honey Witch, I did not get any footage whatsoever of me reading it. This was fairly busy past couple of weeks for me with finals going on and starting a new job. So the only spare time I really found to read was like on lunch breaks at work, and I don't bring my camera to work, so I just didn't get any footage of me reading this. So I do apologize for that. I hope that doesn't make the video any less enjoyable for you guys, but that is the reality of finishing up this video this time. So, but I did want to give my full review of the Honey Witch, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It was absolutely adorable, you guys. It was so good. I gave it a full 5 stars because I enjoyed every second of it. There was nothing about this book that I did not enjoy. I was eating it up. The vivid descriptions of the story, of the setting and the surroundings and the beautiful wildlife and creatures and flowers and everything going around was just stunning. You really felt like you were there and you could feel the magic with the Honey Witch, with Marigold, and it was just so beautiful. You really felt like you were just sucked into the story, and the descriptions were so pretty. Like, if I was an annotating girly, which I'm not, I don't like writing in my books as much as I wish I did, but there were so many quotable lines that I found like sticking with me. Even yeah, like if I was an annotating girl, this would be full, because there were just so many good quotes that are like really sticking with me even after I finished the book. And I did want to read you guys one that I know is towards the beginning. Yeah. So it says, "Marigold has grown up surrounded by the poets who propel the narrative. How romantic to die young, unstretched, unsullied, without ever outgrowing the part of the ingenue. But what happens when the girl keeps living? When she ages proudly and defiantly, without abandoning imagination or stories or that secret wish to find magic wherever it hides? Well, then the poets would call her a witch." And I don't know, but I feel like that sums up the whole story so beautifully. I absolutely adored it. And also, in addition to the just beautiful settings and descriptions, the love story in this, you guys, I was eating it up. It was so good. It was so beautiful. It was like forbidden love. So the yearning and the pining and the wanting, oh my god, you guys, it was amazing. This was the kind of book where like the Pride and Prejudice, the hand touching scene, where there's just so much emotion when they finally touch hands. That's what this is like. That's what this is like, and I ate up every second of it. It was so good. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this. I gave this a full 5 out of 5 stars. If you find yourself liking witchy stories, if you need a good romance, if you enjoy vivid descriptions of settings, I would absolutely recommend this book to you. Please pick it up. Please try it out. It is so, 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 so good. It was a perfect way to end my Witchy Wonderland video. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And with that, I will sign off and let you guys go for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for waiting patiently for this one. I know it's been a bit longer than I said it would be since my last video. Life got crazy with finals and I just couldn't find the time to film. But I so appreciate you guys sticking with me and staying here with me and supporting me. I thoroughly, thoroughly appreciate you guys. I'm so thankful that you're here. I'm so thankful that I get to be a part of this beautiful community. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.